The youth population can be described as human capital hub of any society, but the vibrancy, energy and curiosity of many in Nigeria have been observed to be poorly harnessed. Setting the agenda for this section of the population in the new year is perceived to be an action in the right direction. In this report, Ola Awakan had a one-to-one with 3 youth ambassadors who shared their perspectives on ways to enhance youth development in the year 2022.
As each day passes by, the old becomes older and passes the baton of leadership to the young ones with high expectation. But the situation in the country leaves much for the heart to bear. Many adults are not ready to relinquish power, and many youth are perceived not to be ready.
What we find is that youths come into the political process with a sense of entitlement. Nobody gives you power. You have to get involved and fight and negotiate for it.
Youth in politics!
While this cannot be generalized, few youth are beginning to show interest in governance, but not without many distractions. The Lagos chairman of National Youth Council of Nigeria says more youth need to get involved in politics as 2023 general election draws nearer.
In as much as we want young people to be part of the system, that doesn't mean that we should have the wrong young people at the helms of affairs. And that's why I keep advising my friends who are probably councillors, who are chairmen, who are SSA, who are SAs at the moment, that we are contemporaries. I keep telling them, now you have an opportunity. You are there now. Convince, let your actions and inactions convince these older generations that our generation have what it takes.
He highlights some projections to curtail the excesses of the youth.
In a state like Lagos State, there should be a charter right bill that protects young people against the police brutality and some other vices. As young people, there should be some laws that that these are my rights as far as a youth in the state.
This entrepreneur and advocate for youth development stressed how important the mindset is towards achieving desired goals.
We approach these young people to tell them, you need to learn this. They tell you, can I learn it in a month? I don't have time. And yet they still have the time for other things. So I think the mindset is, they need to work on the mindset to understand that this is your career, your future. And for you to embrace it, you have to go through the process. You can't truncate it. You can't fasten it.
She is of the opinion that technology and innovation are key towards building an enviable nation, and the youth is the driving force.
Government should provide infrastructure, basic infrastructure have access to loan or grants, seed grants, and also look at policies. If they cannot modify, they should be bringing up newer policies that will be favorable for these young people to thrive.
In the long term, the Nigeria youth unemployment rate is projected to trend around 53% in 2022. With more than 60% of the population of the nation being covered by youth, unemployment, cybercrime, cultism, and other social vices have become an issue. But these tech experts own up that the government has a role to play for more youth to be economically independent.
Yes, in terms of technology advancement, we've done quite significantly well as a country, as a nation, as youths. But when you compare it to what India is doing, when you compare it to what China is doing, when you compare it to even what smaller African countries are doing, in terms of per capita head, then it's rather insignificant based on our population. So this is actually why it seems like, yes, with all the investment, we are still actually scratching the surface.
But a visit to this entrepreneur shows that there is light at the end of the tunnel. He expresses readiness of many youth in making a difference.
We've also seen a tremendous increase in terms of what the youths are doing in terms of using their entrepreneurial skills to actually contribute to the economic development of this great nation, Nigeria.
Enough is enough.
Given the energy put into the EndSARS agitation that held Nigeria standstill 2 years ago, such energy is expected to be geared towards more positive struggles for youth development this year. A greater percentage of the youth population in Nigeria this year is expected to leverage the power of technology to create solutions that will take more young Nigerians out of the status of unemployment to possibly entrepreneurship and empowerment for the good of the nation. Ola Awakan, TVC News, Lagos.